Most of the times you may be surprised or be thinking of, why is my husband acting like this way? Why is my father acting this way? Why is my brother doing this? Why is this man doing this? Why is he saying this? Or why is he doing this in this other way? This researcher or this writer, she has gone in a very long way to find out the inside of hundreds of men, of which most of those she interviewed professionally and personally gave almost the same insight, reveal almost the same thing. And this will help you instead of thinking and wondering or even searching personally in the life of that man around you. This book will help you to not only understand what is going on in the inside of your man, or in the inside of your husband, or in the inside of your brother or your friend, but to also know how best you can support them. And from her book, from this research, the survey reveals 7 revelations. The first revelation is men need respect. What that means to them is that men will rather feel unloved than inadequate and disrespected. The second one is men are insecure. What that means is that despite their in control exterior, men often feel like impostors and are insecure that their inadequacies will be discovered. Men are providers. And what that means is that even if you personally made enough income to support the family lifestyle, it will make no difference to the mental burden your man feels to provide. No matter how rich you are, it is the burden, natural burden inside of your man to provide. So when he is not providing, or when he doesn't have the capacity to provide for the family, is eating him deeply inside. Yes, I know there are exceptional ones that they have silenced their natural ability or their natural inbuilt, depending on the women. But the truth be told, no man want another a woman to shoulder his responsibilities. I may be wrong in some other men, but according to this research and according to what I see around me, it is a burden for them. They are providers. That is how God naturally built them to be providers, protectors, and many more. Men want more sex. Yes, men want more sex. So if you are depriving your husband of that, know that you are making a big mistake. It means a lot. All their life, whatever, no matter how rich, how famous, how spiritually sound a man is, if he lacks that in his life, it can go a long way in destabilizing a lot about his life. It can make them lose control of their mind. It can even lead to early death of men. Your sexual desire for your husband, what it means, that is, men want more sex. What it means is that your sexual desires for your husband profoundly affect his sense of well-being and confidence in all areas of his life. The fifth one is that men are visual. Even happily married men struggled with being pulled towards life and recollected image of other women. Yes, it's true. You can ask your husband, you can ask the men around you. Men are unromantic clothed. What this means is that actually Most men enjoy romance, sometimes in different ways, and want to be romantic, but hesitate because they doubt they can succeed. The last one is men care about appearance. They care about appearance. You don't need to be, what this means is that you don't need to be a size 3, but your man does need to see you making the effort to take care of yourself, and he will take on significant cost or inconvenience in order to support you. Before we start, there are ground rules that she stated. One, you have to know that you are looking for, if you are looking for male bashing or proof that your husband is indeed a card, you won't find it in this book. If you are looking for reasons to disgrace men or to demoralize them or to look down on them, you will not find it in this book. She honor men. She said, I honor men who shared their hearts with me, and I hope that by sharing their insight, more women might come to understand and appreciate the wonderful differences between us. The second warning or the second rule is, this is not an equal treatment of male-female differences. Nor do I deal at all with how your man can or should relate to you. Yes, we women obviously also have need, and many of the truths discussed in these pages applied to us too. But since the theme is the inner life of men and her space is limited, she is focusing entirely on how we relate to men, not the other way. That is also why the survey did not pull gay men. Third, we should recognize that there are always exceptions in every rule. When she says that most men appear to think in certain ways, you should realize that the most means exactly that, most, not all. She's making generalization out of necessity, out of the research she carried out, and inevitably there will be exception. Yes, there will be exception. For those of you that know what research is, there will be exception. If out of 100, 70 or 80% are on the positive, we will generalize the findings. The fourth warning is, or the fourth rule is, she said she is addressing what is normal inside men, not necessarily what is right in their outward behavior. It's what is inside, not what is outside. So don't think that you will find out what is outside. It's what is inside. And since these pages are not the place for a lengthy exploration of any one issue, we can always go to www.for-womenonly.com to explore more resources, including the entire survey. I will put down this website in the comment section. The fifth rule is that she said, I need to warn you that some of the enclosed insight may be distressing because it affects our view of men in our lives and our view of ourselves. It was tempting to exclude certain things, but I realized that I was sharing things men often were not willing or able to say directly to their spouses or girlfriend. So it was critical to include this comment. There are comments that is tempting for her to exclude it, but because some men are not willing, or they don't want to, or are not able to say it directly to their spouses or girlfriends, and don't be surprised, that also applies to your man or to your husband. So she have to. It is a bonus to us, the readers, to know more. But please, she said, please realize that in most cases, this comment have little to do with us. They are just the way men are wired. And we should celebrate that fact. After all, it is because he is wired as a man that you love him. And the last warning or the last rule is that, most importantly, she hopes that this book is not just about learning fascinating new secret. It shouldn't be just about learning new secret about men. The more we understand the men in our lives, the better we can support and love them in the way they need to be loved and supported. Meaning that the revelation is supposed to change and improve us. The revelation she has in this book is supposed to change and improve us, to be better mothers, to be better wives, to know how you can work out your relationship with your husband, to know how you can teach your daughters how to live with their husbands or husbands to be, to know how you can train your daughters, to know how you can even help the men in your life, whether your brother or your sister. Thank you.